Ever wondered how banana leaves are processed at mega scale? High-tech machines do it all, washing, cutting, and packaging flawlessly.
Today we are processing fresh banana leaves into one standardized sheet size for food contact.
Each pallet is unloaded under strict traffic lines to protect both workers and the leaves. Lot BL-0126 confirmed, sending it to grading.
Grading starts with gentle handling, flat feed, low speed, and clear access points.
Damaged leaves are automatically diverted and kept out of the food contact stream.
Every lot is tracked here. Accept rate, rejects, and where the batch is on the line.
Weight capture here supports yield calculations and end-to-end lot reconciliation.
Short holding under cool, humid air prevents wilting before wet processing begins. A soft vacuum destacker keeps leaves flat as they enter the wash line.
The pre-rinsed leaves drop into a flume washer, where flowing water starts a thorough but gentle cleaning process.
Operators monitor flow, temperature, and belt speed here, keeping washing gentle enough to protect each leaf. Several wash stages work in sequence, each with fresh, filtered water to gradually lift away field dirt and microorganisms. Inside the washer, carefully directed flows move the leaves without bruising, while fine sprays rinse every surface.
Filtered and disinfected potable water feeds each wash stage, with pressure and flow continuously monitored by the filtration skid.
Once the wash stages are complete, a final rinse prepares the leaves for sanitizing, with excess water draining away.
In this enclosed tunnel, a precisely dosed food-grade sanitizing spray reduces surface microbes without leaving the leaves wet or sticky. A metering system keeps sanitizer concentration within a narrow band, constantly logged and adjusted through the PLC interface. Our QA team regularly samples the sanitizing solution, confirming its strength with independent tests throughout each shift. A vibrating dewatering conveyor removes most of the surface moisture, keeping the leaves intact and ready for air drying. Filtered, pressurized air knives finish the dewatering step, stripping off remaining droplets without damaging the delicate leaf structure.
Operators spot check dryness at the discharge, confirming surfaces are just damp enough to stay flexible.
First, edge trimmers bring every leaf to a consistent width, collecting the narrow offcuts separately for composting. A dedicated module grips the thick midrib, sliding it out, while the useful flat portions travel on for further shaping. Vision-guided cutters remove only localized defects, maximizing usable area while keeping all scrap streams clearly separated.
By this stage, midribs and edge defects are gone, leaving broad, clean panels ready to be standardized into exact sheet sizes.
The trimmed lamina panels now form a clean, single product stream, organized in lanes before size grading and alignment. An inline vision system measures each panel, preparing to grade them according to suitability for the final sheet dimensions. Panels matching the exact window for our sheet size are gently diverted into a dedicated stream for greenfold banana leaf sheets. Low-friction rollers and smart sensors rotate each panel, lining them up so every future cut lands in the same place.
With grading and alignment complete, the single stream of panels heads into controlled steam blanching to set texture and flexibility.
Inside a sealed steam tunnel, each panel is blanched just enough to soften fibers without cooking the leaf.
Here we balance steam temperature and belt speed, so every sheet gets the same gentle softening.
After blanching, the softened panels leave the hot zone under an exhaust hood, ready for controlled cooling. Dedicated boilers supply clean steam to the tunnel, with pressure, temperature, and safety devices checked on every shift. Softened panels are spot-checked for bend and resilience, confirming blanching time is neither too short nor too long. Multi-tier cooling brings leaf temperature down gradually, locking in a flexible texture without shocking the fibers.
If we cool too fast, leaves can wrinkle. This tunnel steps temperature down slowly so sheets stay smooth and flat.
Once stabilized, panels leave the cooling tunnel at a controlled temperature, ready for final drying and surface treatment.
Chilled water and filtered air from separate utility skids keep the cooling tunnel conditions stable and hygienic. Filtered air tunnels complete the drying, circulating clean, pressurized air over both sides of each leaf panel. Only HEPA-filtered air enters this dryer, and filter loading is tracked so airflow stays strong and hygienic.
Inside, high-velocity air knives strip away the last surface moisture while keeping each sheet stable on the belt.
An inline sensor checks residual moisture, ensuring sheets stay flexible but are dry enough for coating and pressing.
When required, dried sheets are routed into a dedicated line that applies a thin, food-safe protective coating.
This optional plant-based coating slows moisture loss and browning without changing how the banana leaves look or feel.
Atomizing nozzles lay down a controlled micro layer, giving protection while avoiding sticky or visibly coated surfaces. A short, warm air tunnel flashes off excess moisture from the coating, fixing a thin, even film on each sheet.
Lab checks compare coated and uncoated samples, confirming the protective layer stays within tight weight tolerances.
A continuous belt press flattens out minor waviness, giving every sheet a smooth, uniform profile before final cutting.
After pressing, the sheets lie perfectly flat. That makes downstream cutting precise and stacking much more reliable.
Light edge guides correct any tiny misalignment, so every sheet hits the cutting blades in exactly the same position. All material in this line is dedicated to a single SKU, feeding directly into a cutter calibrated for 30 by 30 centimeter sheets. Inside the guarded cutter, each panel is trimmed down to a consistent, square greenfold sheet with clean, repeatable edges.
Every few minutes, we pull a sample and confirm all sides hit the same 30 centimeter mark, corner to corner.
Machine vision checks every piece for outline and position, flagging any sheet that doesn't sit exactly inside the tolerance window.
A sensor counts each validated square, building precise groups that will be stacked to match the exact pack quantity. A servo pusher slides each counted set into a pocket, where a lift table keeps the growing stack aligned on all four edges.
Each pack starts with a 10-sheet stack like this, same dimensions, same color, and tightly aligned on all four sides.
Finished stacks transfer onto a single takeaway belt, keeping each 10-sheet bundle squared and intact for packaging. From here, every uniform stack heads straight into a dedicated wrapping line, preserving the same sheet format you saw at the start. Clear biodegradable film and pre-printed greenfold labels feed this wrapper, dedicated to a single 30 by 30 centimeter sheet pack.
In this hygienic room, each 10-sheet stack is wrapped in clear biodegradable film to match the final greenfold pack format.
A lug conveyor captures each 10-sheet bundle, holding it straight so the film can fold cleanly without disturbing the stack. As stacks pass through the forming box, the film folds into a tight tube, sealed lengthwise along the underside. Transverse jaws crimp and cut the tube, forming individual sealed pouches around each identical 10-sheet stack. Each sealed pouch receives a clear date and batch code, linking it back to raw materials, process settings, and QC checks.
These sealed, coated pouches all carry the same 10-sheet stack and now move together into the dedicated greenfold labeler.
A roll-fed labeler applies the greenfold front label in the same position on every pack, fixing the brand look for this single SKU.
Vision inspection confirms label alignment and barcode clarity, locking in a consistent face for every greenfold pouch.
Finished pouches can also be paired into twin bundles, keeping the same greenfold pack while adding a paper sleeve for retail.
For some retailers, these twin packs get a wraparound paper sleeve, but the greenfold face you see stays exactly the same.
Each paper sleeve folds tightly around two pouches, adding stiffness and branding without changing the face of the greenfold pack. Robotic pickers load only this one greenfold format into paperboard trays, building tidy retail bundles with identical faces. A simple band or overwrap keeps each display tray stable for transport, while every greenfold front stays fully visible. Flat blanks become greenfold shipping cartons, pre-printed to match the pouch branding and clearly state the single-contained SKU. Case packers arrange only this one greenfold format inside each carton, with consistent counts and orientations for every shipment.
Once packed, every greenfold case is closed, squared, and sealed, ready for labeling and final quality checks.
These case labels tie every shipment back to its batch and line data, so we can trace each greenfold pack from field to pallet.
All carton scans feed into a tracking system, logging which batch and shift produced each greenfold shipping case. Every sealed greenfold case is checked for correct weight and scanned for metal contamination before it can leave the line.
If weight or metal limits are exceeded, a fast pusher sends that case to a locked hold bin for QA review, never to shipment.
Operators review the detector and checkweigher logs, confirming all released greenfold cases met both safety and weight criteria.
Only cartons that pass both checks travel this lane, forming a single, consistent stream feeding the palletizing cell. A dedicated robot stacks only greenfold cases onto pallets, building uniform, stable loads layer by layer.
Each pallet follows a fixed pattern, with logos facing out on every side so warehouses and customers can identify greenfold at a glance.
Clear stretch film locks each pallet together for transport, without hiding the greenfold markings on the cases beneath.
Each wrapped pallet receives a master label, linking its cases and packs back to the same greenfold production data trail.
Wrapped and labeled pallets move into racked storage, all carrying the same greenfold sheets, ready to ship worldwide.
Our warehouse team picks whole pallets by scan, so every shipment of greenfold sheets matches the customer's exact order and batch.
From fresh leaves to finished greenfold packs, every sheet, pouch, and pallet follows one controlled path, ready for kitchens around the world.